What's up, everybody? Brett Mix here, Mixer Madness, doing a quick video on a few different subjects right now. We got Raw to talk about, SmackDown to talk about, Ronda Rousey's in the news. So first, I'd like to say, if you're new to my channel, feel free to hit subscribe. I'm a pretty newer wrestling channel. I review Raw and SmackDown, all of the PLE events. Plus, I'd like to do old PLE pay-per-views. I stick up to date with the Monday Night Wars. I'm doing a Monday Night Wars set right now where I'm reviewing Raw and Nitro. So if you're new to my channel, I'm trying to grow it. So I'd really appreciate that if you hit subscribe. And without further ado, let's get to the Raw rating. Let's get to the SmackDown preview for this week and everything else. Let's start off with the Raw rating, though, because they did drop from last week. They did a mid 1.7 last week, but the numbers came in this week. And, of course, this week was the Becky Lynch, Nia Jax last woman standing match. This one came in, they dropped about 100K from last week. Last week did a mid 1.7. This week they did a 1.69 million viewership. So that's a high to mid 1.6. Normally that would be a decent rating for what they've been getting, but it's the WrestleMania season, and that's not a good rating at all. In the 18 to 49 demo, they drew a 0.55, so 0.55. That's pretty decent for, again, what they've been getting. Not very impressive. I think only The Bachelor on ABC beat Raw for the shows in cable Monday night. But as far as the rating goes, yeah, when you're in WrestleMania season, it's not very flattering. So they got to pick up their A game. Raw feels like a little bit like a chore these days. I'm doing my notes, I know, and then I do my review after Raw, and it's a long 3.5 hours. But no, they had a good match this week between DIY and the Creeds. The last woman standing match was decent. The Cody Rhodes retaliation to The Rock's promo I thought was strong. I thought this week's Raw flowed a little bit better than last week, so I'm a little bit surprised to see 100K go down. But that's the numbers. Those are the numbers. You can't do anything about that. Before I get into SmackDown, I just want to talk about Ronda Rousey. She's in the news right now. She's calling WWE an absolute shit show, and she says that she's not planning on going back, so she's not held captive, so she can say whatever is on her mind. So it's clear that the two didn't have a great amicable breakup. I think with the Vince McMahon and everything in the news, she just wants to be distant from that and just claim that, that was just part of her life. Because I don't know. I mean, when you have a UFC reputation and you have a WWE reputation, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because UFC is real. I'm not going to call wrestling fake, but I'll call UFC real. I don't know if it's because that they want to lean towards. No, I was a fighter. Yeah, I was a wrestler for a little bit, but I was a fighter. Like, I'm sure Ken Shamrock, he might say the same thing. But I don't know. Guys like Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, I don't think they would shame wrestling. Brock Lesnar's done a lot to put it over, to be honest. So yeah, that was Ronda Rousey's outing. Not to stew on that too long. That's what she said. So not really putting her in the very. She's not painting a good picture for her future. But I'm sure one day they'll induct her in the Hall of Fame. They're pretty much inducting everybody anyway. So we'll see how that goes. But that's not looking like it's anytime soon. All right, SmackDown. It's going to be a big night because Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns supposedly are going to go face-to-face, one-on-one. They'll go face-to-face, but are they going to be one-on-one without Paul Heyman, of course, because he's, like he says, he's not very much of a threat. So, yeah, the Tribal Chief and Cody Rhodes face-to-face, well, they're going to have a war of words. And it's good because we haven't seen so much of Cody and Roman. We're almost getting Cody and Rock overshadowing Cody and Roman. Cody and Roman's the big one. That's the Sunday night main event. That's the big last match of the card. So they got to really build that up. So hopefully Friday night fireworks spark. So there's that. We know that there's matches made for WrestleMania, the triple threat between Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. So we'll see what the next stage is as far as that goes. We got a WrestleMania Tag Team Championship qualifying match between the OC versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. So who's going to join the New Catch Republic? I was going to say the Creeds, but no, DIY beat them. DIY, the New Day. We'll find out. Also, the Street Profits are going to take on the Authors of Pain from the Final Testament, Akam and Rezar. Or Razar and Akim. I can't pronounce them. Either way, those two tag matches are going to happen. The OC versus Grayson Waller in theory, and the Street Profits for the Authors of Pain. We'll see which teams advance into that tag team ladder match for the titles. Also, a big match on SmackDown a few months in the making. Rey Mysterio takes on Santos Escobar, the man who turned on him to start the LWO feud before he got injured. Now that he's back, they're going to have a match. I thought they were going to save that to WrestleMania, but maybe at WrestleMania they have a tag match planned, and that's why they're having the one-on-one. Or they're going to have the one-on-one, and there's going to be outside interference that interrupts it, and then they'll delay the singles match to WrestleMania. So it's one of those two scenarios, in my opinion. It's going to be this match takes place, but there's outside interference, so we got to have it at WrestleMania with a different stipulation to prevent outside interference. Maybe they have a cage match or a ladder match, or not a ladder match because there already is one, but maybe they have a cage match at WrestleMania to prevent outside interference from Legado del Fantasma and the LWO. I could see that happening. Or they just have a 6-man tag or an 8-man tag or whatever, and that's why they're having the singles match on a SmackDown. Either one, it's going to be a pretty good SmackDown. As always, I'll be here 40 minutes after the show to go over everything with some analysis on the side. And yeah, I do that for each show. So if you're new to my channel, stick around. And if you're on my channel and you watch these videos, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'll be here tomorrow night for the SmackDown review. So I'll see you guys then. I'm Brett Mix signing out, and I'm out.